You're watching the Sports Political channel of LB. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms as I give salute to my brother TJ on this Saturday afternoon. Let's get down to business. So, we all saw the video of Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole in the face. Now, I gave my take as to what happened. And so apparently more details came out. So basically there was some trash talking. And I want to give a salute to my brother Ticket because he's signal boosted this earlier. So apparently they're practicing, scrimmaging each other. And basically players were allowed to call their own fouls. Now, me personally, I've never seen a scrimmage game where players call their own fouls. What would happen is either the coach would do it, or they would bring in a ref, and then to simulate the game, and then the ref would call the foul. Now, this kind of concept has been in place ever since high school basketball. Okay, if you played high school basketball, the concept is pretty much similar in practices. Hey, you got a 5-on-5. Coach call the play. All right, or we'll do a scrimmage. Probably do like a 5-10 minute scrimmage or what have you. Coach will coach, either the coach or somebody that they bring in will call the fouls. So apparently, Draymond Green, being in midseason form, always bitching and complaining about fouls getting called on him, and allegedly he called Jordan Poole a bitch. Now, Jordan Poole has been the consummate professional, like Steve Kerr, Stephen Curry, and Andre Iguodala alluded to. So that report that came out saying he had an attitude problem, that was false. So yeah, Steve Kerr coming out and debunking that. Okay. Words were said. Draymond Green was doing all the cussing. You had Jordan Poole, just brushing it off, saying words back to Draymond Green. Didn't curse him out or anything like that. Draymond Green approaches him. Jordan Poole pushes him, and then Draymond Green steals on him. Now, as I say again, if you push somebody, you better put your hands up, because if he comes back, you cannot push the guy and then expect the guy not to do anything when he comes back in your circle again. At that point, is an act of aggression. You need to put your hands up and get ready to go to work. You cannot push the guy and think that's going to be it. No, that guy coming back, you need to put some hands on him and let him know that, hey, you're not going to put your hands on me. Now, this has a ripple effect throughout the organization, throughout, because now the video is public. Now you got the general public giving the assessment of it, and there's a whole multitude and whirlwind of thoughts and takes about this particular issue. And then you got the other teams in the NBA that's going to see that, and they're going to test Jordan Poole's manhood, right? So it is what it is. So Draymond Green apologizes for punching Jordan Poole. Alex Heron, give a salute to him. He sent me something on Facebook saying that Draymond Green is going to step away from the team. Now, the Golden State Warriors have yet to publicly punish Draymond Green by suspension or fine. But he said he was going to spend an indefinite amount of time away to give his teammates a chance to heal and give himself an opportunity to refocus. What's up, Intelligent Psycho? Salute to you. Now, he at a press conference earlier today, he said he failed as a leader and that he made a huge mistake while apologizing to the organization, teammates, and his and Jordan Poole's family. Steve Kerr said that Green's separation from the team was a mutual decision, and there was no set date for his return. So his status against the Lakers in the November 18th, not November 18th, on the October 18th opener is up in the air. This is where the Golden State Warriors will receive their rings from winning the NBA Finals last year. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. How did that tape get leaked? Somebody in that video department leaked that tape. Now, as I told y'all yesterday, because what goes on in practice should stay in practice. I really do mean that. What goes on in practice should stay in practice. There should be no reason why TMZ should have a copy of that tape. Now, anybody that play any kind of basketball, look, you can go back to high school, you can go back to college or whatever like that. The NBA is just a higher level. The difference between NBA, college, and high school, they get paid. The people in high school and college don't. If you had any kind of exposure to organized basketball, there's going to be fights that happen all the time, especially in practices, scrimmages, right? When you run into those specific drills or what have you. Now, you don't want it to get out of control, but there's going to be some trash talking. There's going to be some pushing and shoving, and in extreme case, there could be some punches thrown. Would it be in the locker room? Would it be on the court? So, I mean, for anyone that has never played basketball, they're not going to understand that. But if you play any kind of organized basketball on any level, you should have an idea that this type of stuff goes on. Now, somebody leaked that tape. Now, who leaked the tape? That's what I want to know. Who leaked that damn tape? Somebody leaked that damn tape. Now, I want to know who leaked the tape. Because you can't be in the video department leaking that kind of information out. Now, that tape is supposed to be for the coaches to assess, to assess the players and stuff like that. Right? Assessing who's not getting back on defense, what kind of the strengths and weaknesses of each player, things of that nature. When they're breaking down tape, that tape should not have gone. That tape should have never freaking gone to TMZ. And I alluded to this yesterday. I talked about this yesterday. Somebody might have had an extra grind for Draymond Green. Somebody might have had somebody ain't making. I mean, because them people in the video department ain't making all that kind of money. They're not making the money the players are making. So either somebody got an extra grind for Draymond Green, or someone ain't getting paid the money they're looking for, and hey, this is their way to come up. Either way, the tape shouldn't have been leaked. If I'm in that video department, I need to be very worried about my job right now, for real, because that's bullshit. What you got, Trayvon?
Man, salute.
What's up, man? What's good with you? Salute to you, bro.
Man, look, I think this is my honest thought on this. I feel like, and it's multiple occasions where Draymond Green probably overstepped his boundaries. You know what I mean? I understand human emotion, mistakes, and all that, but I'm talking about as in being a basketball player playing for an organization. Things he say, things he done, like it's all questionable on damn why he's still here. Like they got to be tired of his shit. I believe that it's been brewing that the Golden State Warriors are kind of probably feeling like we didn't got the best out of him. We are kind of tired of Draymond and doing control, damage control. And I believe that that organization always keeps stuff kind of closed in if it ain't on live television and all that. Even the people that they let be there and all that, I feel like they would have been like, hey, everybody who got a camera, like for real, like honesty, man, we trust you guys. We let y'all in. Who got that? Don't put it out there. So I actually believe that it's kind of like the NBA owner thing. We don't want to just try to boot this Phoenix owner out to where he start attacking us and then know it's us. I feel like Golden State Warriors dropped that film. To be honest, I think they told the person to go outside NBA media too. Don't go take it to ESPN. Don't go take it to Fox because it's a player, somebody who knows Draymond or got a tie to him or something that will blab about it's Golden State. So that's why I made it to TMZ and not no sports media. I actually believe that Golden State is trying to get him out of there and let it be his fault. I also believe that his name will come up in trade talks. Don't know if he'll be traded, but I do believe that this will let him know that we will not extend you. A lot of people don't like what you did. You know, it's anti-bullying in the NBA. Like you kind of made this your own self. We want to keep you, but the fans are talking to us, less seats filled, everything, the more that you stay here. So I believe that the Golden State Warriors dropped that video themselves and they're acting in a role to where they're like, oh, who did this? You're going to get fired. But I believe that the whole time they are the people behind it.
So clearly, now, in my opinion, as egregious this situation is, right, this has nothing on the Phoenix Suns owner dropping them N words and all that.
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm not
not
talking
not not
about
the
me.
same
If
comparison.
anything, that
Just
should be
saying,
the one.
yeah,
Hold
I'm
on.
just saying as in the owners not wanting to let it be known that they want his ass out of there and they're trying to use another route. That's what I was comparing it on. I believe that Golden State want Draymond gone, and they gave somebody the green light to put him out there like this.
Well, I don't know about that per se. I don't think someone would just. I don't think the organization would do something like that. Now it would be. Now if that were to be true, man, they would look very bad if that were to happen. But knowing how those locker rooms are sacred and a lot of players are sworn to secrecy about what goes on in practices, in the meetings, in the locker room, and that shit leaking out is unacceptable, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody
If
say.
you look at it, it's so many things that you can look at. But I believe that because if you look at it, it was like it was somebody who knew that Draymond would react that way. If you look at that coach, that man that walked right there, he knew it was gonna happen. It ain't about none of that. If you look at Jordan Poole just reading things, you can say this dude was born in the nicest place on earth. He don't know a damn thing about reading body language and when you're in danger. You can say that if you want. Or you can also say and look at it from the other end and say, for him to have his guards down and talking shit with Draymond like this happened before between him and Draymond. Draymond, you got all the way in his face before, and you know what? You never punched him, so he never felt threatened that he'd get punched. And you know what else? I felt like he pushed you before too, and you never did said nothing but like, "Oh, nigga, hit the weight room," something like that to him. That all of a sudden today, fuck you was different than yesterday, fuck you that he said to you. So it's so many things that can go into this, like, you know what I mean, with Draymond. But I do believe that organization is just tired, man. It's just a fed up point, and I believe that they just gave somebody the green light to say, hey, they're not looking bad like on this. Even if they like now, if it come out that they dropped it, yeah, that's a different thing. But they're not looking bad right now. He is. They're looking bad as in keep trying to play it over. Like the thing to me is y'all mad about who leaked this damn video out more than his punch. That's the problem with Golden State. To me, y'all are worried about who exposed you guys to y'all dirty clothes, which we know everybody who wear clothes, they're eventually going to get dirty. So I don't know what the hell you're trying to hide. Everybody know nothing's perfect. So for you guys to be more mad, like who put this video out? I don't think that's the focus here. Who put this video out? The focus is what the hell is wrong with Draymond Green? And it's a coincidence that this guy that we have to decide out of you and him to get some money is who you pick with. I'm like I said, man, if you be in a sports area, man, dudes talk shit. And if you can see two dudes, LB, me and you can talk shit to each other and people don't even know us, and they'll tell you on certain days, they'll be like, man, I thought you motherfuckers fit to fight. Motherfucker be like, man, that's my boy. We do this shit, man. That's how we be about basketball. And then one day they done seen this shit for weeks, months, whatever years. And then one day you tell me fuck you and I say fuck you and you punch me. It may not be me. I don't know. It may be something at home, whatever, but everybody's going to wonder. This is strange because they have talked to each other like this and got in each other's face, even shoved each other a couple of times, and none of this. Why today is different?
Man, my question is, who leaked the damn tape? Who leaked that bitch?
Golden State?
Because that cannot.
I just feel that organization too tight. They too tight. People, they too tight. They're the defending champions. I don't believe that.
Hold on. I have a hard time believing that an organization would just leak a tape to a media outlet like TMZ.
Not me. I think they will go outside instead of going.
If they didn't want to bring Draymond Green back, because those contracts are fully guaranteed. They told him back in July that they weren't going to give him an extension.
And maybe he feel like if I put y'all in the corner to where this man might want to come in there and ask for a trade, I might get that motherfucker because y'all look around the NBA and don't see nothing better and want to go with what's safe, what's been working. See, what I haven't forgot is when Clay was hurt and then Steph broke his hand. That's the Draymond Green that we will see around the league if he get away from them too.
I'm not disputing that.
And that's what he want to, and that's what he want to protect. He's one of those dudes to me that just do that thirsty shit, man. And I just think it's a fed up point, man. He's more of a we got 4 championships, man. That organization is like we got some young motherfuckers, wise man. That's my man. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna say it like that. I would not be surprised if that organization said, "Man, drop that shit."
Because see that conspiracy, I have a hard time believing that the organization would just put Draymond Green out there on Front Street like that. And this is why I disagree with y'all, right? You and Nick T in the comment section, right? They know what he is about. Look, this is not some new song and dance when it comes to Draymond Green. They know what he's about. So, because we go back to the KD situation, right? KD
it wasn't no physical altercation though.
Durant, the Golden State Warriors prioritized re-signing Kevin Durant over Draymond Green. Draymond Green during the game against the Clippers where they lost in overtime when he dribbles the ball out of bounds like a fucking buffoon, and they get the argument on the sideline. Draymond Green calls him a bitch. Kevin Durant, and at the end of the season, Kevin Durant bounces. Well, Kevin Durant bounces, Draymond Green gets his money.
System works, do it again.
So it's not like Golden State don't know what this guy is about. He's gotten 2 max deals from Golden State up to this point in his career. He's gotten 2. He's probably made close to $200 million during this time with Golden State. So I have a hard time believing that Golden State is just going to just put a tape out there, just see what Draymond Green's all about. They're not going to. They got too much respect for that man to do that.
No,
I just don't.
That's where they got respect, but they also don't take disrespect. I done seen them fire a head coach because they took some small shit as disrespect, and the man can't get no job. So no, they petty at the same time, and they do, and they ain't gonna let you keep slapping their face. Draymond Green said a lot of slap in the face stuff about that organization sometime, and the players, Steph included. You know what I mean? Letting dude say that he wouldn't be able to stick me and I ain't played a good game of basketball in 20 years, all type of things that he say, kissing ass, trying to make it after basketball because he know he already done overachieved. So he's already setting up his retirement plan and all that and trying to just go into rubbing shoulders. No, I do believe that organization, if you just thinking as a businessman, we got the best out of you. Your best is behind you. You can't give us nothing more. Yeah, that engine shit and all that, but you always got to tune the engine up or replace that motherfucker to keep that car going. You feel me? Steph Curry making sock somebody, he gonna stay. Clay making sock somebody, he gonna stay. But you not Jordan. You ain't socking nobody. You don't have to stay. And you gave us a reason to call you in this office and tell you why you ain't getting that money. Why would we give you that money when you keep on doing risky shit to the franchise? You keep doing shit that can rub Steph the wrong way and say, man, I'm tired of this shit. That can rub Clay the wrong way and say, man, I'm tired of this shit. Rub anybody the wrong way. That's not a dude that keeps a team together. People can say, oh, sometimes you need a fight. Yeah, certain fights that's wanted, that's needed when a player's not bringing something, but I don't think nobody was complaining saying Poole was damaging the team or being toxic. So that shit wasn't wanted. That ain't something that needs to make y'all champions. Y'all just did that. And y'all not in no turmoil to where it's the season and this shit's supposed to be going on. So it's a whole crock of bullshit. I believe that team has a right to get tired of somebody's shit. In this day and age, you shouldn't be surprised about nothing going down or organization because they can come out without being scathed. It's nothing about no risk if they just feel like everyone will be focused and especially when you got all these tunnel vision people that when you just speak on something and you put it on TV and put it in the spotlight, they're not worried about the background and what happened and how it came about. They just worried about what it is. And that's what you're talking about right now. Who leaked the video? But everybody focused still on the punch and how he fell and how he ran into him. They ain't even really trying to focus on finding that out. So that just proves it right there. I believe that Golden State knows no one will think, just like you said out of your mouth, that we dropped this shit and okayed it. And that's perfect. Kill a motherfucker and sit right in front of him and say, I don't know who did it.
Shout out to Nick T for his donation in the super chat. He said, you're right, LB. They knew what it was about. Just like a parent ignoring their children, warning signs until they kill someone. By that time, it's too late. Absolutely. Because this is the thing. When someone does something out of whack or get out of line and you don't check them at the door, that only emboldens the behavior. If I give a shout out to Logic Raptors fan.
What it's called? Like what else is it called? What else is it called? LB enabling, right? Like enabling that person, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And
like,
of course, I give a salute to my sister Kim Connick in the building. Appreciate you for being up in here. GG702. Who else is up in here? Somebody in some foreign letters I don't know about. All right, Gideon, what you got?
Slow. Draymond Green needs to be disciplined. The dude's always had attitude problems. I mean, calling KD the B word back in 2018 when he lost to the Clippers in overtime. I mean, getting a fight with LeBron, in 2016 Game 4 NBA Finals that potentially cost the team a championship. Also, the fact that, getting a fight with Jordan Poole. At the same time, Jordan Poole should have kept his mouth shut. I don't know what he said to Draymond. He should have kept his mouth
shut. Why he got to keep his mouth shut? Because someone propped him off at the mouth.
but who knows what he said to Draymond Green?
Can I tell you something, bro? Can I tell you something? I want you to check it out. I just want you to check it out. I think it's December 6th, 2021 on Draymond Green podcast. He says himself, when I knew Jordan Poole was going to make it is when he came in a training camp talking shit to everybody. And he said he was talking shit to somebody, and he was like, he came to me and was like, hey man, tell this dude to shut up. And Draymond said this: if you can't take it, don't say nothing to him. See? So I'm just letting you know. He don't have to shut his mouth. Draymond Green need to practice what he preach.
That's a good point.
See, I be on shit, bro. I watch a lot of shit, and I'm very keen on looking in between what a person really means, bro. Like, you know, I've been around some of the best con artists, some of the best motherfuckers that's just swindled, all that. So they can tell you one thing, but they really mean something else, bro. But at the end of the day, they just want the mission to be done, and that's what's important. So this is what it is. But that don't mean that's what they really feel. I could come in here and tell you whatever the hell I want, but I don't have to feel it. But if I do it, it's done.
All right, so go ahead, continue, Gideon. What else?
And also, Draymond Green needs to control his emotions. I mean, punching Jordan Poole, that was just crazy. And now this whole video is leaked to the whole world. And if you're the Warriors, you got to discipline Draymond Green. Maybe you can look. I know they probably won't do this, but they should consider either doing this, either trading Draymond Green or suspended for a few games, though. At least you can't allow this situation to keep going on, because this situation could potentially harm their chances of a repeat.
Already?
Potentially, because of the whole drama going on, though. Because of the whole drama going on, that could distract the team a little bit, though.
Well, we got 82 games to figure that out. What's up, Divine Unity? Salute to you, bro.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I agree.
You got all. Hold on. How could this potentially ruin their finals chances? We ain't even tipped off game 1 yet. You got 82 games.
But who knows? Jordan Poole and Draymond. We don't.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me in game 1, we got 82 freaking games. They ain't even start game 1 yet. And this could potentially hurt their finals chances?
I mean, with having all this drama and stuff, I mean, potentially, yeah, it can happen.
Because this can move some people.
So I guess the old principle, time heals all wounds, don't apply here, right?
Not these days. These dudes don't. These dudes, you can't touch.
We got October, November, December, January, February. You got a week off in the All-Star break. You got March, April, right? April when the playoffs start. May, assuming they get to the conference finals, and June, assuming they get to the NBA finals. You mean to tell me in 8 months they can't get this shit going? They can't get this shit together?
I mean, they can, but will they? We don't know. They can.
How many players showed you that? How many players in this decade show you that bygones is bygones? Because I haven't seen none.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. And that's a fact. I haven't seen not one player that forgot something that bothered his little butt, his little ass cheeks, that just tickled his
example, look at the Celtics with Kyrie Irving. All the drama with the Celtics, Kyrie, Tatum, Brown, all the drama. Never could figure it out, though. And
KD trolling OKC and the coaches and all that type of. So no. So yeah, no. Right, so I agree. This can't.
All right. So the difference between Golden State and those situations you guys pointed out, Golden State's won the championship. They've been to the finals multiple times. Those teams haven't.
No, that's not just the only play in this on just going to the championship. See, when you got to think about,
no, this man. What I'm saying. You're not listening to me. These guys been around each other enough. They've won together. They've been through wars together throughout the whole time. Well, Steph, Clay, Draymond. You got guys that they brought up. Those guys have won the championship. Those guys have been to the finals on multiple occasions. The Boston Celtics, we look at that team. Yeah, their team had upside and all that, but they just got to the finals.
So did KD too with Draymond though. So did KD too with Draymond. So did Kawhi too with the Spurs. Come on, man.
Channel, man. I ain't going down like that. You don't overtalk the host. Come on, man. You know better than that.
I ain't over talking you. I'm just debating what you're saying. You're naming a lot of. See, I can name teams too. You're naming teams that meet your point. I can name those teams too that meet my point.
But the difference is, once again, those teams did not go play for the championship. The Brooklyn Nets, all the drama's going on in Brooklyn, they ain't even sniffed the Eastern Conference Finals.
The Spurs didn't, LB? With
The
Kawhi?
Spurs had drama with Kawhi in 2018. They
That's
won
what I'm saying.
championships.
No, the teams I named, wait, and KD with this same person, Draymond. So, I mean, you're not telling me I'm lying. That's a fact. Those teams were in the championship, had success.
And that's a fact.
I didn't say you're lying. I'm telling you, you're using an excuse. I'm telling you the same thing you're doing, I can use for mine. It's no lie. You're not. So your point is dry because you're not telling me that I'm wrong. All you did was name teams that got through it, and I'm naming teams that didn't. What's your point? To like counter me, I'm saying.
You just made my point.
No, you made mine. You made mine. So I'm saying what are you saying? I'm telling you that it's a hold on. I'm telling you it's a possibility that they don't.
I'm not talking about possibility. I'm not talking living.
You saying they can? You just said these dudes. You just said these dudes can't talk. You just said these dudes can't work it out. You just said these dudes can't work it out.
No,
that's what you said, a possibility. You said, you mean to tell me that these guys can't figure this out? And the answer to that is, it is a chance that they may don't. It's a chance that they may have to move niggas. It's a chance that may rub somebody the wrong way, Poole or somebody who's affected by that.
May not like Draymond more after
that don't mean you less of a man because you say, I'm not taking this disrespect. I don't like the punishment or how you guys going by it. You get out of it. You had KD come and have an interview with Draymond Green and state and say, I don't like the way we picked around it and act like it didn't happen instead of coming in the locker room and addressing that shit like that was wrong, guys. Why we had to go through that? Like, what's that about? So I'm right. Factamundo.
And also the Spurs, like you said, with Kawhi, the whole drama with him and Pop and Parker and Ginobili, they won championships before, but they dealt with that all year in 2018. I mean, there's been. And consider the fact that the Western Conference is improving, so
Draymond is a problem to where shit can go wrong, man. That's
and who
all
knows
I'm
what
saying.
can happen
That's
with
all
Draymond Green in the future. Draymond could get himself in trouble in the future, though.
If this was in an NBA game, LB, if this was in an NBA game, LB, what would happen to him? Like I know it probably be like dependent, but NBA game probably play live too. Yes, say national TV, whatever, kids, whatever, and you smack the shit which he never have done. Yeah, he'll be, but no, it's gonna be repercussions though for socking the shit out of somebody like that, and they fall like that in front of millions of kids and fans, bro. You can't do that to somebody because that can traumatize kids seeing somebody fucking just drop. This is not a boxing match where everybody prepared to see that. That's not what you came here to see. You came here to see dunks, fancy moves, and shit like that. Not somebody get knocked the hell out. So it would be different if he even did it in a game to where the NBA. Like will have to have control. He's lucky that it's just in-house right now.
Yeah, let's stay within the context of what happened. I don't want to project. So I'm not saying you're wrong. That it is guys, but I'm just telling you in this generation, that was my point before I said anything. This generation has not shown me that they forget and be like, you know what, man, at the end of the day, let's get this paper, let's get these championships. They more like, I'm gonna go get my money, go over here.
Players are more sensitive today, but players are more sensitive.
That's why I said I think it's more of a chance. I ain't saying that they can't work it out. I just think it's more of a chance that this can fuck their championships up because a motherfucker, it's more memes, social media, motherfucker looking at his face, how people reacting to it. Motherfucker be like, man, I'm out of here. Motherfucker call me a sucker and all. Like, I don't know how Jordan Poole is. I know Draymond probably could take a punch and still play for the Golden State Warriors and be like, it's nothing. But I don't know if he can.
Right, and who knows what can happen in the future? Poole can actually
I got people in here that need to speak. Devon, what you got?
Hey, what's good, LB? Salute everybody.
What's up?
My bad, yo. I'm eating a sandwich. That shit's good as hell right now. Hey, but you know what I was thinking, man? This feels like a little something might be something personal going on with Draymond outside of basketball. because I feel like he's not really happy with the chips he got. He hears the talk. You know what I'm saying? He got a podcast show of his own, but Draymond, he's got to know at least about how 50% of the people around the league feel about him now. Because when you look at it, I don't want to get into that debate, but you know, I could name a player that could fit his role much better in the Golden State Warriors than he did. But nonetheless, he still achieved what he achieved with the organization. But personally, I feel like he's not happy, man. Because for him to do something like that, yeah, that's in his character to go off on other teammates and shit. But I think it's something personal going on, man. That's my opinion.
Potentially.
Can I ask you to elaborate? Can you ask him to elaborate on that, LB?
No.
LB, can you ask him to elaborate, like what he meaning, like what's different in the, like what's shocking, like to you, like where you feel this personal?
Oh yeah, sure, for sure. I mean, I feel like he's hearing the KD talk. You know, as far as like him running KD out of there, maybe possibly some people in that organization might be blaming him for that, and it's starting to hit because he might be hearing his name and all these trade rumors that the organization not paying him, and then they just came off. You gotta think about it. They just came off from winning a chip. When you go back to his attitude from the first time he won the chip, you know what I'm saying? When they got KD and shit, he was like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something personal to me. Cause for him to go out of character like that and just like straight just ransack dude, yeah, it's trash talk. You know, you could get into scuffles every now and then, but that punch seemed personal, bro. Where it's like it's something personal, psychological going on with him, and it's related to basketball, and it could be related outside of basketball too. Like I said, I don't know the man, you know, I don't know his personal life, but I feel like this is all like conjusted into one big pile, and he just had to take it out on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to keep going further as much because I could just, you know what I'm saying, it's speculating. But to me, this seems like something personal going on. He ain't really satisfied. He ain't really happy about them chips because he feel like the Warriors could have did all this shit without him.
You think it's the chips or his value?
It's a combination of both, fam, because if you look at it, the chips, yeah, they mean something, but they still got those two chips where they went and got KD in order to win those chips. That's number one. And then he ran dude out of there where they could have won more had KD stayed. That's number one. Number two, his value, him as a player, he's declining already. You know what I'm saying? Like his game he could still help the Warriors win the chip, but not like how it was 3-4 years ago.
Agreed.
The smart thing in sports to do is choose the youth that's coming up all the time.
Yeah. And he sees that in Jordan Poole. And Jordan Poole, you know what I'm saying? He comes off to me as a dude that he might have a mouth, but then again, he ain't built like that where he'll go toe to toe at the end of the day. Like you saw the reaction. You gonna push dude. You supposed to square up.
Let me ask you something.
Hold on. Before we do all that, for those who just got up in here. All right, so for those of you that needed context of what we're talking about, reportedly a source who saw the infamous incident revealed that Poole was calling fouls during a scrimmage. Now, for a lot of you that may not be aware, when they have scrimmages, either one or two things are in play here. Either A, they bring in a referee from the outside to call the fouls, or B, the coach call the fouls himself during the scrimmage. Rarely do you ever see where you have the players themselves calling the foul. So Draymond Green did not appreciate the fact that Jordan Poole was calling fouls during the scrimmage. But Draymond Green being in midseason form, right? Because, you know, he's always whining, bitching, and moaning about foul calls. He always does it. Hell, when the year that he was supposed to be 20-10, and all he does is complain, get two quick texts, and kicked out the game. He was rah-rahing about foul calls and all that. And he called him a bitch multiple times. So it got to the point where the guard said, and the guard and Jordan Poole said, "You already know what it is, Draymond." Apparently referring to the fact that he's about to sign that max deal, while Green has not been offered an extension by the Warriors, because when he campaigned about it back in July, they told him no, and I talked about that. "No, I don't know what it is," was Draymond Green's response. This was followed by Draymond Green stepping up to Jordan Poole. Poole pushed him, and then Draymond Green channeled his inner Missy Elliott and socked it to him. So but look, this with Jordan Poole is at fault here. You cannot push the guy, and then when the guy comes back, you don't put your hands up and go to work. Look, the first time you punch him and he comes back again, that's an act of aggression. It's time to put in some motherfucking work.
Yep.
You let no guy come. The guy come back after you push him off you. He comes back and steals on you. That's Jordan Poole's fault right there.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that first time, if you step up to me and I push you off me and you come back again, I may not just hit you. I might kick you in your nuts.
Hey, LB, that's what let me know that they had this altercation before, bro. Too much shields was down. Like, he didn't feel danger. He felt like, man, this motherfucker didn't talk shit like this to me before. We done said fuck you. We done said this, and I just never got socked. Like, I really believe that, bro. I done seen my homies who, like, shit like that happened to them. They comfortable. They like, oh man, who talking shit? And just one day, I don't know if this motherfucker had a bad day with his girl, whatever. But today, the fuck you, like I said, was worse than yesterday's. To you, you heard a different fuck you, but it was the same one, bro. You just did something different, not him. Mm-hmm. And for you to walk in his face like that, because Draymond, it ain't about you feeling like, I know this nigga is a B. I know he a buster. You don't know if this, because scary motherfucker sock you too. So you also know that you done walked in his face before, and you ain't gonna get socked, and you done got this close. And I'm pretty sure he felt like I done shoved you back, like, man, move, get your big ass back, and never got socked. It was different today. It's different, period, because to me, y'all contracts is coming up. It's different because now Jordan Poole, he affects your career, your life. See, at first when he wasn't affecting your shit, it was cool, shit, chummy talking. Now y'all actually in competition to stay here or to get some type of bread. It's just different.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with that, 100%.
You know, if I find out, bro, any one of y'all, if I find out we up for some money, everything is aggressive with me, with you. And I'm not saying as in I'm doing that, but guess what? I probably don't even play your position. But when I see you going to the hole, I'm zooming over there trying to block your shit. Boom, pick his ass over me if you want to. Yeah, let's go. I'm on you. I have to make sure I look better than you. And that's all the way into the death of my career. I'm trying to make sure I keep my position. That's the thing. That's the thing on being in anything that's competition. You're trying to stay on top. And you seeing them young motherfuckers that you used to be. And this is his defense to me with it. You did it with KD. It didn't have to go that damn big over no goddamn game. I'm pretty sure Steph or Clay or anybody done told your ass, damn, why you ain't pass that shit? You ain't see me? You ain't did that shit. Many niggas probably said worse shit to you on the basketball court in the NBA game. You ain't never punched nobody. I ain't seen it. I seen Tristan Thompson push a basketball in your face. You ain't punch him. You try to grab his jersey. Man, come on, man. Come up off of this.
Oh, not to switch the topic or anything, but just some... I'm just giving you some NBA news, just a little bit though. Lakers extend Rob Pelinka, by the way, to 2026.
Man, I ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about, Gideon, man. Stop doing that shit. I just told you about that bullshit. Don't do that shit no more.
Hey, don't nobody even care about that shit. Not like that. I'm gonna be honest. Don't nobody even care about that shit, bro. I'm a Laker fan. I don't even give a shit.
Hey, man, come on, man. Don't disrespect my channel like that. When I tell you not to do that, don't do that shit, man. Straight up, bro. We're trying to stay within the topic.
Sorry, man.
Sorry. Right now.
But back to like LB said, back to the respect of his channel on this dude Draymond, bro. I just feel like it can be, like I said, all these things can be right, LB. You feel me? Hey, it can be all together. It can be we in competition for this money. It could be you said the wrong shit to me today. It could be all this shit at once. But with a dude like Draymond that goes off the Richter scale, like you said, they know who he is. It's like, man, you know, LB, man. I know you done did it. Like, I ain't saying it ain't a way to shut a motherfucker down. Even grab him. He didn't have to punch him. You can just grab a motherfucker by their shirt when you know you can really just kick a motherfucker ass. You can also let them know to leave you alone in that way. Like, nigga, I'm not playing today, boy. Get your ass on. Like, damn, and nobody wouldn't even tripped off of that. That was like, oh, that's just one of those moments. He just letting his teammate know, like, oh, man, you doing too much. Today ain't my day. But you went and socked the motherfucker that you knew you could do that too. You ain't never did that to that dude, and y'all been having these incidents and other people. It's just something different today. I don't know. I don't talk to you, but I just don't believe that out of nowhere in training camp today, Jordan Poole, he's calling fouls or whatever they trying to say it was, and you was mad. However it came out on reports, I don't think that it wanted, like Steph said, a punch, because you already can see, even if you didn't have to punch him, even if he shoved you, I'm gonna tell you, if a man lets you walk in his face and put your lips and nose on his face talking shit, he already done told you, I don't want it. Straight up.
Yep.
If a man, LB, if you walk up, come on, LB, you test, you know, if you walk all the way up, you can see it in the dude eye, just like Tyson seen it in them dudes' eyes before the fight. Man, this motherfucker don't want it. Man, let me walk away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker is straight barbecue chicken out here. And Draymond knew Poole was, man. He didn't have to do that. He could have easily punked that dude a million other ways, man.
So Trayvon, hey, let me show y'all something real quick, Trayvon. So how come he ain't got smoke for Andrew Wiggins? Andrew Wiggins up for a contract extension after this year. Look at that shit.
Because he think that will go differently. Like I said, smell pussy. Which one is more? Like, you know, I know Andrew Wiggins ain't the toughest guy, but you know what? Andrew Wiggins ain't Poole. It's like, you got to know. I say this to Andrew Wiggins, he reacted like this. When I said it to Poole, it's a testing thing. He ain't just got around these niggas. You know how it is when gorillas is in the whole cage to each other. You trying to see who will let you hit him with that elbow and who gonna give you a punch back off of yours. You feel me? Andrew Wiggins, when I shoved him, that motherfucker tried to put me in a headlock. When I shoved Poole, he was like, man, stop playing. Okay, you the bitch. I got you.
Straight so look up. At
this. Hey, you couldn't explain that much better, man. Hey, that's true.
So that's how niggas do, bro. I've been around them, and that's how niggas do.
Let me explain the whole contract situation real quick and why Draymond Green's on the outside looking in, right? So after this year, you got Andrew Wiggins on the final year of the deal that he got in the trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? And you got Jordan Poole, who's pretty much getting paid next to nothing. But that's going to change dramatically here at the end of the year, right? So you got that. Klay Thompson got one more year left on this deal beyond after next season, right? So depending on how his knee shakes out, I'm pretty sure Golden State's going to give Klay Thompson some money. So you got Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson next year. If things play out with James Wiseman, I'm not sold on James Wiseman personally, but if his game takes leaps and bounds, he might be up for a contract extension. Yep. I'm not sold on it, but hey, crazier things have happened, right?
Andrew Wiggins came, not to cut you off, LB. Andrew Wiggins came in there and he's already getting a much bigger contract.
Well, his money is absolute though. His money is absolute though. Draymond knows he can't stop that. Draymond know he can't stop Wiggins. That's why he didn't go at Wiggins. You only hurt yourself. You hurt yourself for sure if you go at Wiggins. But with Poole, he thought he had a chance. This video put extra hurt on him. But with Poole, he what I feel like, you tried the bully routine, bro. You try to make this man so goddamn uncomfortable to where he go up there and say, man, y'all don't got to worry about paying me or nothing, man. Y'all can just find me somewhere to go. I'm cool. Like, man, if this gonna be able to happen.
That motherfucker really tried to take the path of least resistance, bro.
Man, but hold on, fellas though. But to talk real talk though, man. If Draymond felt like that, like let's say if that's the case, bro, he feel like a younger fella is gonna come in and take his spot, and he gonna just get booted out. Motherfucker, go in the gym and work on your game, dog. Switch your game up, man. Fucking work on your
Well,
jump shot. And,
all
and,
right,
and,
so here's a
and
question
you
I
know what
got
I'm
for
saying?
you,
Like,
right?
come on, man.
Divine Unity, let me ask you a question, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So a man with his skill set, a man with Draymond Green's skill set, right?
None. None.
He started
Come on,
laughing
man.
once
Be
he
real.
said skill
Be real,
shit.
LB.
Once you
None.
said skill, LB, you couldn't even keep your voice straight.
Fuck.
He was mad he said
Come
skill.
on, man. Hey, he choked on that too.
Hey,
LB, a dude that play like him. A
it took
dude
a
that
lot.
play like him.
Hey, it took a lot. It took a lot for me to get that out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we just gonna say a dude that play like Draymond. We gonna use those words. A dude that play like Draymond Green.
Gonna have to get
Okay,
picked up in
so
here.
you say work on this game. So what game can he work on? His 3-point shooting?
Picks.
He can work on his
Picks.
jump shot, LB.
His picks. He the best picker in the world.
Yeah,
man.
he the best screen setter in NBA history. Let him tell it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, man, shit, man. If he should, cause all he gotta do is just show that he improve in some areas in his game, and you know what I'm saying, like,
No.
but he
Hey,
can't
What he
do
should
that.
have. What he
I
should
don't
have
think a
did.
player
What
like
he
him
should
can
have
do that.
did.
You watched the NBA
What he
Finals,
should-
right?
What he should have did was he should have aged humbly, bro. You didn't got your max. Like LB said,
And
you
that's
got
true,
2 maxes out of them. They still would have touched you with a little money, some little bonuses here and there. They gonna always respect you for what you done brought to them. But you,
That's
what
true,
you're
that's
doing,
true.
what you doing, Draymond, is what you was talking about dudes like Paul Pierce and all that before you. Now you're them, nigga.
So let me get this straight, right? I'm pretty sure Golden State would give him a contract extension, just not the max.
Exactly. He wants that max though, and you know little things he just said. I'm not playing for nothing less. Don't do them like that, because like I said, you overachieved, and it's on the grace of some guys' backs. Even though you think that you did it on your own, no, you rode 2 light-skinned niggas like it wasn't no tomorrow.
One thing
So
that
let
is
me get this straight. A guy averaging 8, 7, and 7, right? Just for a month. Hold on. Let's back up. Let's look at Draymond Green. $27 million. $25 million this year, $27 million. I think that's a player exception. That thing in green. So if you see something in green, I think those are either player exceptions or team exceptions. But I think it's a player exception.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's in green, it's a player option. If it's in blue, it's the team option.
Okay.
So basically, for all intents and purposes, Draymond Green could just pick that up, and Golden State gonna have to pay him that $27 million. Wiseman, on the other hand, is a team option to where either the team can decide, okay, we will bring this guy back, or they'll decline this option and he'll become a free agent. So, but let's go to Draymond Green stats, and then I want to get into the team preview.
Let me ask you something on his stats, like, because I know LB, you roast this, and I'm just giving you my mind frame. I know you probably got somebody different. But this thing been eating me alive by them saying he's the greatest defensive player of this generation. That's false, because it's only about 4 elite big men in his position that he has to stick when he sees them. You got Kawhi Leonard, early years with the Spurs, whatever you want to say, and you even like that just actually was sticking step. The best players in the league, at least the top 10, 15 players in the league, he had to stick them. They're in his position somewhere. So this is totally wrong how they forcing this man into the Hall of Fame.
Or the great indoors.
Hold on.
Welcome to the peak.
I got some spam shit going on.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra.
That's
Draymond. That's Draymond. LB, that's Draymond. That's Draymond.
I got some corny ass porno music playing in the background, trying to get
this nigga. This nigga Draymond trying to block you.
Yeah, no shit. All right, so get this, right? Look at this shit. So you mean to tell me a guy who played 46 games last year, this dude barely played half the fucking season. He barely played over half the games in the season. Averages 7 points, 7.3 rebounds, 7.5 points, 7.3 rebounds, 7 assists. His his average went lower in the NBA Finals, right? A career 8.7, 6.9, 5.4 assists, and that justifies a max contract? That justifies a max contract. Let me get this straight. People score more points than he did totals with total points, total rebounds, and total assists put together. 7.5 and 7.3 is 14.8. 21.8. Motherfuckers average 27 by themselves. But he wants a boy, I swear to God, man.
Hey, to add on top of what I've been hearing a lot. One thing for sure that the Warriors fans was right about was that Draymond was their emotional leader, and he's a very emotional player, all right. Because one thing for sure, man, you know, if we never hear from him again, just say this situation gets moved quietly, and we just don't know what the fuck happened to Draymond. We gonna know
Okay,
why because of this. We gonna know
okay.
why.
Hey, Divine Unity, let me ask you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been on teams before, right? I'm not talking about basketball. I'm just talking about where you've been in school, art
Yeah.
class, cooking class, whatever. You've been on teams before, right? Maybe you're a
Yep.
Boy Scouts or some shit.
Yep.
What is an emotional leader?
Man, not a damn thing, man. Everybody can be an emotional leader on the team.
Trayvon,
Because
what is an emotional leader? Like, how does someone yelling and screaming and dragging breath in your face get you fired up to play?
yeah, yeah, that shit only works in certain situations, man. You know, it could either make or break you, man. Because one thing for sure, I mean, they could say he's an emotional leader, all that, but what skill set are you bringing to the team too? Like, and that's one thing, man. He's just there to talk and act and instigate shit, man. That's not a team player. That's just a team instigator in the mix amongst the mix, man. You know, because come on, man. You could arguably agree that ULB could average fucking 10 assists playing with Stephen Curry, man. Come on, man. Just like you hand off the ball to a nigga that's running around in screens and shit, and then occasionally you might have to shoot. But for Draymond, he did that shit. But now with this, bro, it's just bad character, man. And the shit that he did from the start of his career is just catching up to him now, man. It's just all catching up to him.
I just don't. I just don't. I just don't. I just hate when people use that. Well, he's such an emotional leader. What?
Yeah, that ain't
That
shit.
like, you might as well tell me he can't. You might as well tell me he don't bring nothing to the table. Because when I'm playing the game, I don't need no motherfucker frothing off at the mouth at me to know what my role is. Now, if I'm fucking up, that's one thing. But if I'm on the court and I know what my role is, I don't need this motherfucker up in my goddamn face. How about you worry about doing your job? He's supposed to be some enforcer.
Yeah,
This
man.
bastard picks and chooses who he wants to be an enforcer to. If that's the case, you should have had smoke with goddamn Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins up for a contract extension. Why he ain't bringing smoke to him? Unless he know Andrew Wiggins will crack his fucking head open like a fucking egg.
Boy, hey, LB. Andrew Wiggins look like the type of nigga that'll headbutt that nigga, boy, if he tried him.
That's my thing, you know what I'm saying? But we all know why he did that to Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole's the path of least resistance. That's why he did it.
Man. Yeah, it's bad leadership just all around, man. And I give guys a little here because they know how this dude is, man. And they could, you know what I'm saying, years they ride the coattails because it somewhat helps. Like you see, for example, like a situation, a team like the Celtics, man. Like my Celtics, man, straight bitch them niggas. Fuck bench, like bro, man, shit, man, like That shit made me mad through the whole playoffs. Like that one little moment, man, just fucking made me don't even want to be a Celtics fan no more, dog.
You a Celtics fan?
Yeah, man.
Oh man, I
I've
feel
been a
sorry for you,
I've been a
bro.
Celtics fan. Hey, listen, I'm this close from not being a fan no more because they fucking up, man. They fucking up big time. Finally made it to the final. And we don't have a solid, good point guard, and we just been masquerading that shit for like 3-4 seasons now. It finally got exposed. Curry finally exposed that shit.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna move on to this season preview. I spent way more time on this particular topic than I wanted to.
Yeah, my bad, LB.
All right. So before we get to the team by team breakdown and all that, right? So there was an NBA GM survey, and there's no overwhelming favorite to win the NBA championship, but the Bucks received 72% of the votes to win the East. The Warriors and the Clippers had 48% of chance by the GMs to reach the NBA Finals. What you guys think about that? Trayvon, you still there?
What'd you say?
Hey, so there was a survey done by the GMs. They had the Bucks winning it all, but they also had the Bucks representing the East in the finals, and they had the Warriors and the Clippers tied atop the West. What you think about that?
The Bucks and the Clippers tied it on top. Who you said?
So they had the Bucks favored to come out the East, and they had the Warriors and the Clippers tied to come out the West.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of comfortable with that, but I think I'm not taking. All right. I know these dudes and failed multiple years, but it's a thing as in like, this a new year. We know what happened last year. You have a chance to make amends. I feel like KD them should be right up in there with Giannis them on the East, and I kind of agree with the West the way they got it with the Clipper. I don't think they should be tied, but I believe that they're right there. They're the biggest threat. That's one thing. Like,
What you got to add on this, Brian? He must have stepped out. All right, so let's move on.
Yeah.
I got bad service while I'm at LB. I don't know if you can hear me.
I hear you now. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah. What was the question again? My bad. I got service around here.
Oh, so the Bucks are favored to win the NBA championship. They're also favored to come out the East, while Golden State and the Clippers are favored to come out the West by based on the vote by the general managers in the league. What you think about that?
That's not far fetched off.
Man, they ain't got Philadelphia. Philadelphia should be one of those teams that's in the mix.
Yeah. I think they should add Philly, but only because they might be able to make some noise, but I don't really believe in them too much like that. So I'm not even really. That's not a bad, because with me with the Bucks, if Giannis can stay healthy throughout the whole season, I think they really got a good shot to go back to the finals again. And as far as the West, we never know, man. We never know about the West. So because a team like Dallas might surprise everybody and end up beating the favorites and make it there.
Yeah. So okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like a team like Dallas, yeah, they might upset a team like the Clippers or something.
Okay, so let's move. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, what the fuck was shit at? I lost my place and I lost my damn place. Okay, there we go. So Luka Doncic is favored to win the MVP this year. What you guys think about that?
Oh, who going for Trayvon?
Huh?
Yo,
So Luka Doncic is favored to win the MVP this year. Behind him is Giannis, Joel Embiid, Stephen Curry.
yeah, I agree. I picked him too way before they even came out with that. I think Luka gonna get it, which I know they want him to. You know what I mean? They didn't gave it to the last MVPs have all been international players.
Yep.
That's where they pushing to right now. So yeah, it makes sense. I also agree though. But I also agree that the seasons that he has, like with Dallas, where they have accomplished and the steps he has taken from first round, second round to Western Conference Finals, it makes sense for him to start getting looked at in that aspect. I feel like if he becomes 1, 2, or 3, he's going to get it.
Yep. All right. So for those who need a Cliff Notes, go ahead, Divine, you the chief. Hey, you're in a bad area, bro. You might have to like reconfigure your internet settings or something like that. You're in a very bad area.
Yeah, man. Shit, damn. LB, I'm gonna
All right, bro.
fuck up the stream, but it's good chatting with you, fam.
Yeah, man. Please
Always.
come back anytime, bro. You've been, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for coming on, bro.
Appreciate you for having me, fam. Thank you, bro.
All right.
All right.
Yep. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I gotta do something real quick. Let's see. Damn, where you at, Too Raw? All right, never mind. All right, I was trying to get a hold of Too Raw for TV. All right. So for those of you who need a Cliff Notes version of what happened in the offseason, right? Magic take Puello, Bonchero #1 in the draft. Chet Holmgren went #2, but he ended up getting hurt when he tried to block a dunk by LeBron. KD requested the trade and took it back. Rudy Gobert got traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves for a lot, and to me, that would kill the market. Phoenix extended DeAndre Ayton after Indiana offered to sign him. So it's one of them things where he was a restricted free agent. Indiana offered a contract to him. Phoenix matched the contract, so he's back in Phoenix. DeJounte Murray got traded from the Spurs to the Hawks. Jalen Brunson went to the New York Knicks. Otto Porter and Gary Payton. Otto Porter went to Toronto. Gary Payton II went to Portland. John Wall is with the Clippers. Kenny Atkinson basically reneged on his deal to coach the Hornets, and he's the lead assistant in Golden State. PJ Tucker left Miami for Philly. And Keegan Murray wins the MVP for the summer league. And last but not least, Bill Russell passed away.
Records coming up to be broken. LB, do you know?
LeBron
other than that one. Other than that one.
Okay, let me see. Let me pull it up.
It seemed like a record get broke every damn season now.
I know, right?
Shit.
Hey, this dude hit more threes in the game. Hey, this guy scored more points in the half.
Man, like just anything is a record. Man, he only had to take 50 steps to make 15 points. Like shit, I'm like, I didn't even know that was a stat. Like I think they came out with a stat, LB. I didn't even know it was one. I think they said Steph Curry made the most threes in 3 months or some shit like that. I was like, well, who the fuck held it first? Because y'all was not talking about them.
Right. So LeBron James is on track for his 18th All-Star selection.
Mm-hmm.
That's a record. Seventh, LeBron becoming the 7th player in the history of the NBA to score to 10,000 assists and 10,000 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo Anthony could surpass Shaquille O'Neal in career points.
Should be further already. That's messed up.
Yep. What's up, 360 King? Salute to you. He said, quick question. Would you rate Draymond punch out of 10? Man, that was a motherfucking Superman punch, man. That was like an 8.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey,
and you could tell LB, Draymond not trained to fight neither, all off balance and shit. Because if he was fighting somebody that ducked that shit, he all flying off of one leg, it's over for him. In the air, scoop, something, it's a wrap.
So there's some other possibilities that can happen. Rondo's 11 assists away from being the 14th player in history to get 7,500 assists.
Okay.
DeAndre Jordan might get 10,000 rebounds.
Okay. Where Chris Paul at on his assist number? Like who he should be passing up probably this season?
Chris Paul number 1, isn't it?
No, he ain't number 1 in assist. I think he's like between 1 and 3. I think he's 1 and 3, ain't he?
Hold on. I know he's between 1.
Because Stockton still got it. I think he's like he's between 1 and 3. He's 3 to 2. Like he's somewhere like right there, I think. Because you know what I mean? He's somewhere like that. He's somewhere in that top 5 though, for sure.
All right, so Chris Paul is number 3 with 10,977. He got quite a ways to go because John Stockton got 15,806.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris Paul gonna break that record.
The only way Chris Paul makes that record is if he's willing to be a hell of a like kind of 6 man for about 4 years after like these years and just make about 5 assists a goddamn game, man.
I don't think he gonna catch John Stockton, bro.
Nah, but he He don't got enough
chance of catching Jason Kidd though.
Yeah, the only way you're gonna catch John Stockton honestly, you gotta have about you know the number better than me, LB, but I'll say you at least need about 5 double digit, like 12 to 14 point assist seasons, something like that, to even be in his atmosphere to threaten that shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you gotta at least average about 14 assists for about 5 seasons, and then you got to be at least a double-digit man from then on, at least 10, and then trickle down from there for about 10 years straight. 5 for sure, you got to hit 14 assists, and then after that 5, you need another 5 of this straight 10s to even threaten his shit.
All right, so here's some more. With 90 more made 3-pointers, Stephen Curry will surpass Ray Allen's career record of 2,973. So Stephen Curry has a great. I'm pretty sure Stephen Curry will break that mark before Christmas. LeBron, like I talked about LeBron being the 10,000 assists. He's 4 3-pointers away from the 11th player to make 2,000 3-pointers. He's 1 triple-double away from his 100th career and 8 behind Jason Kidd for 4th all-time. He will tie Kobe Bryant for the second most All-Star selections in history with 18. Assuming he plays the year after that, he will match Kareem's at 19. Kareem holds the all-time record of All-Star appearances with 19. All right, talked about Melo. Russell Westbrook, 8,154 career assists, trails Andre Miller for 11th all-time by 370. Also, Russell Westbrook turnovers are also on pace to climb 3 spots to 3rd on the all-time list. He leads the league with 56. With a 295 more this season, would eclipse Jason Kidd and Kobe Bryant and catch John Stockton for 3rd behind Karl Malone and James' career 4,617.
James got it though, right? LeBron, he got the record, right?
Yeah, LeBron got the record, yeah. James Harden need 82 more 3-pointers to pass Reggie Miller for 3rd on the all-time list for 3-pointers made. Damian Lillard can crack the list as high as 6. He trails 6th place Vince Carter by 211. Between them are Paul Pierce, Jamal Crawford, and Jason Terry. Kyle Korver is 5th behind James Harden with 2,453s made. All right, now. All right, so this thing went longer than I wanted to, so let's get right to it, right? Eastern Conference. All right, so we know what teams are not going to the playoffs, like the Orlando Magic. We know Detroit Pistons. We know the who else? We know those 2 teams for certain. Maybe even the Charlotte Hornets by making that dumbass move and bringing back Steve Clifford. You fired James Borrego, but then bring back Steve Clifford? Hey. All right, Trayvon. So maybe you can agree. I'll give you the 8 teams I think that will make the playoffs, right?
All right. On the east, Boston? On the east or the west?
East. You can start in the east. Obviously, we know Milwaukee, Philadelphia.
Yep.
Toronto.
Agree. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back on that.
Atlanta. That's 5, right? Philadelphia is 6, and this is in no order. This is in no particular order. I said Boston.
Have you said Miami yet? I don't think so.
I don't think I said Miami and Boston. So I got Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, Cleveland, Miami, the Bucks, Sixers.
You got Brooklyn in there?
Yeah, I did mention Brooklyn. So I met Atlanta, Boston, Brooklyn, Chicago, Cleveland, Miami.
That's 5.
Milwaukee.
That's 6.
Philadelphia and Toronto.
7, 8. Okay. I got majority of the teams you got. I think I'm gonna push back on Toronto. I think it's gonna be someone else other than them, though. I'm gonna say I got Milwaukee, Philly, Brooklyn, Cleveland, Atlanta, Miami, and I got Charlotte.
The Charlotte Hornets?
Yes.
Where you at, Nick?
Okay. So why do you think the Hornets? I'm not trying to push back because we give.
No, it ain't even on nothing that I like LaMelo. I kind of peeped the energy that he brought to that team. I just think that they can break in there. I don't know if they're breaking there through the play-in or what, but I got some just, it's like a gut feeling with them. Some just telling me that the Hornets is gonna make the playoffs.
They still got issues with their interior, right? Especially after losing Miles Bridges, because he can't keep his hands to himself.
I think they in line to do something though. I think they're in line to make it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, man. If they do, man, hey, I gotta get, man, to come back to this video, give you kudos, bro. If they pull that off.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's just something like, like I'm not saying he got all of the pieces, but if you just certain players, you be like, man, if he just had one more dude to go to war with him, like they'll be on the right path. Like, and I just think he's gonna birth him into there. I just think he's gonna do that, and that's gonna like solidify him.
Yeah.
And I got Chicago. That's my 8th team too. That was my 7th, but I got Chicago too making it. Even with Lonzo little injury and thing going on.
Man, Lonzo need to hang it up, bro.
Early retirement.
Yep. When I was telling people that Lonzo Ball wasn't all that, I was telling people since day one. And what did I get? Oh, LP, man, you don't know shit about basketball, man. You got to give him some time, man. You got to let him marinate. Yeah, marinate on the fact that I was right about this dude. Sure, he had a couple games where he flashed some upside and all that. But you know what? Just because someone flashed their ass don't mean you got to put your dick in it.
That's a fact.
I didn't take the bait.
That's a fact.
So, what team you believe plays in the Eastern Conference Finals?
In the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah.
I believe, honestly, I believe Brooklyn and Bucks gonna meet up in the Eastern Conference Finals.
See, I halfway agree with you because I do have the Bucks playing in the Eastern Conference Finals. I believe Philadelphia will be the team players in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. I just, man, you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna say it right now, right here. That could change with me about Brooklyn. Both of those teams, Philly and Brooklyn, I gotta see the first round of them. I'm gonna say it like that. But just off the gate, I'm going with Brooklyn. But for sure, I need to see who is playing when the playoffs start, and on these two teams for damn sure, who's playing and what they're gonna play, how they play in the first round with particular players. I need to see how their demeanor is. James Harden, and then I need to see Ben Simmons and KD demeanor and Kyrie. I need to see everybody, all three of those dudes on Brooklyn. But I just really need to see James Harden on Philly.
Yeah, and hey, you know how I feel about. You follow me enough on my channel to know how I feel about James Harden, right?
Oh yeah.
Now,
So
I'm trying to give him a chance. I'm trying not to be biased, even though James Harden, one thing I know about Tigers, they don't change their stripes, right?
Hey, I'm doing the same thing, man, with him and Ben Simmons. I'm trying to, that's why I said in the beginning. Look, I said, I'm trying to look. It's a new year. You know how you just come into life. Hey, fella, new year, bygones by. I don't remember that. Okay, I don't just repeat it. Cause don't do no bullshit to make me bring it up neither.
Yeah, that's right. Better tell him, bro. Better let him know.
That's just the fact, man. Like, I try to give these dudes. I'm trying to. Ben, I'm not. I feel like this with KD though. I feel like KD should be with how he's talking about his talent though, LB and Kyrie too. If Ben Simmons brings you guys 18 or 19 points a game with about like 7 or 8 in rebound or assists, that's good enough, man. His ain't no excuses.
Right.
I don't care about if it's coming with a jumper or not, because that's what he got you, Joe Harris, for, and all you dudes and all of y'all shit. He shouldn't be in no damn situation to where none of them damn shooters get the ball in the shooting situation moment. That ball should not be going to him.
What coaches you think on the hot seat in the Eastern Conference? I got.
Woo! I
got Tom Thibodeau, Steve Nash, and Doc Rivers.
The obvious is to go to Todd Thibodeau, like, because in New York, you know what I mean, shit, they switching coaches like a motherfucker. But you could say, I think the coach that's in the hot seat to me is
Trayvon, I got one more name. To throw out there. Dwayne Casey in Detroit.
Yeah, Dwayne Casey, he can be brought up to be traded off, but right now I just let him play through that because, man, the way he got thrown out of his situation, man,
yeah,
that was fucked up. So it's like y'all threw me into some real bullshit and want me to just make this shit perfect in like 4 seasons or 3 seasons. It's gonna take some work over here in Detroit with a bankrupted city, man, that where you can't get that money like to build and shit. So no, man. I feel like it should be more the successful coaches. You remember like I remember growing up and it was like coaches that got fired was the coach that constantly just did Western Conference Finals, or second round. Like it wasn't like, oh, he keeps his job because he keeps going to the playoffs. That wasn't even enough. So I feel like dudes who should be in the hot seat is like, I ain't gonna lie, and I may shock everybody. He's a good coach. I'm not saying that he don't coach a team up, but I'm looking at if he don't have a certain amount of like certain players or something, like I think Spoelstra shit is a coach that should be in the hot seat. Hell yes. For Miami. Wow, not for no other team, for Miami. If I was Miami and I'm hungry for championship, like I'm not trying to, me personally, but they can do that if that's their chemistry. I'm not trying to do a Spurs thing. Like you won me a couple rings, so I'm just cool with you being my coach. You don't never got to win again. Like, no, it ain't going like that.
That's a hot take. I understand where you're coming from, but that's a hot take right there, man. But I see the point.
Like you feel me? Look, for you to be think about it. You got Pop. Why are they looked at like that? Because Pop and Phil actually got you in them finals and they were winning, or probably, Phil didn't lose too many, but it was like they were winning. They were there a lot of the time. And you can damn near count them in there every damn year, like the Challenger. It's been a little different for Pop now, but Spoelstra, they try to put you in that talk about those coaches. It was like the same thing they was doing with Brad Stevens. Like, yeah, you keep getting us to these Eastern Conference Finals, but that's about it. Like, we got to get the hell up out of here. You obviously don't got the plan. We have to, we keep on having to bring players in here when we feel like we got the right players. It's you now. It's your coaching. And that's how I feel like with Spoelstra. Y'all got the right players, man. Y'all don't got to really go and try to get a damn superstar and pay a motherfucker $200 million and all that. Y'all got the right players. Maybe it's just what he's doing in Miami. It just don't work there no more. He probably can go somewhere and spark a whole new team and it'd be different and they probably win. But I just think Spoelstra is over. The connection is over. Your biggest connection is with a nigga you won rings with LeBron and D Wade was in their prime. Your biggest connection on that team is with Udonis Haslem, not your star players like of today.
Udonis Haslem, at this point, Udonis Haslem he might as well be an assistant coach, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you player coach. Like, but that's your biggest, but that's what I'm saying. Your best relationship is him.
True.
So that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing to me. That's a bad thing. Your best connection is with your player from years past. Like, he can't even do nothing for you. Your best player you supposed to have the best relationship with Jimmy. Jimmy supposed to be at your house eating dinners, and you supposed to be running the system and fully into him and all your other star players that's built around him. Like, you still holding on to the past. That's what he's in. Like, with that Pat Riley shit, got you caught into, once you win one of these, you already there. Like, they could never take. Like, no, you gotta kind of be. You won a lot, Pat. Don't tell him them little 2 rings got him for sure. You won way more than 2. I think that Pat's scared. People ain't paying attention to it. But look, eventually, LB, if Miami don't ever win, like in these 4 or 5 years, they're going to say Pat is stuck in his ways and he's scared to, like how they do with the Lakers. He's scared to let someone come in that ain't under his thumb like Spoelstra, that's just going to do what Pat say.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to turn into. The only reason Spoelstra got that damn job is because he's Pat He's coach. He's Riley's guy. That's my little. I raised him. That's the only reason. And Pat don't want nobody else to come in there because they may challenge him, or they may let some of his bullshit out that we don't know what he be putting motherfuckers through.
Could possibly, you know.
Yeah, but I think Spoelstra should just be eyed. Like, I ain't saying he need to be fired, but I think that sometimes you need to put a little fire under some people's ass to make them get back motivated to thinking that you need to win a championship. We don't care about them old motherfuckers, and we don't care about just making it in the playoffs or the Eastern Conference Finals. You actually have to outcoach one of these motherfuckers in the finals, man. That really will solidify you. That will get that LeBron D. Wade shit from up under you. That will really solidify you as one of the greatest coaches instead of them just talking about it.
That would solidify him if he would get a championship without LeBron and D. Wade or whatever.
Without LeBron and D. Wade and that little team he had, if he get a championship, that would solidify him instead of them just trying to pump him up like one of the greatest minds in basketball. Until he win one without them or another set of players, he's not that to me. You got lucky.
Let's shift over to the Western Conference. All right. So the teams I got going to the playoffs are Golden State, Dallas, Denver, the Clippers, Memphis, New Orleans, Phoenix, and my wild card, the Sacramento Kings.
You got Sacramento going up in the playoff?
Yeah, they got De'Aaron Fox. They got Sabonis. They got a nice little that's nice little 1-2 combination right there. They got that that cue ball head Mike Brown as their head coach and shit. I think they'll make the playoffs. I think the Sacramento Kings will break the playoff drought this year. Portland, no. The Lakers, no. OKC, hell no. San Antonio, no. They're rebuilding, and Utah's rebuilding, so those teams ain't gonna make it. What you got? What teams you got?
I got the Clippers, got Golden State. I got Timberwolves. I have the Lakers. I have I don't want to say you know what? I would have said OKC would have made it, but I'm gonna take them up out of there. I think Dame will still make it in the playoffs. I got Portland. I got Dallas. I got what's that? 7, 6 right there. And last but not least, I think I'm gonna have to go Sacramento, man.
I think they will break the playoff drought this year. De'Aaron Fox, and then it's just one of them hunches of what
Yeah, because the team that's missing is San Antonio. They usually be up in there, but they're
not gonna make it this year. They out of that. I don't think they're gonna make it. All right, so coaches, I think that's on the hot seat in the Western Conference. Will Hardy just got there in Utah, so he's not it. I think Greg Popovich retires after this year.
Denver.
But Mike Malone in Denver, I think he's on the hot seat.
Yep.
Tyronn Lue is on the hot seat with the Clippers.
Yes, because I think that's gonna blow up everybody right there if that shit don't work. And I think that depending on anything, not right now, but I think that old boy in Phoenix on the hot seat too, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Monty Williams?
Yeah, man. I think he on the hot seat, man. Like just that quick shit can turn, man. like being up that high, like, you know, by having a fan base and motherfuckers hope so high, like, man, we number one and we right, and then you just getting your ass put out and whoop through, people will turn on your ass quick, man.
Yeah.
And they'll feel like, that's what I'm saying, they'll feel like, yeah, you got us to the finals, then you got us to this part, and then we got put out. Like, maybe you lost your mojo, maybe you ain't connecting no more. Like, if he don't win in this one, it's gonna be little whispers on change and shit. Like, or is he connecting? Because I know Chris Paul he gonna leave it after that.
So if there's whispers and change in Phoenix, well, they got loudspeakers, but when it comes to the Clippers,
Mm-hmm.
and the loudspeaker come from Steve Ballmer.
Uh-huh.
That motherfucker want to win. That motherfucker tired of going to the playoffs, getting bounced in the first round, getting bounced in the second round. 2 years ago, they played in the conference final for the first time ever. Hey, because you out there in LA, Trayvon, look, the Clippers are like the stepchild to the Lakers, man. We all know LA is Lakers town. You'll see Clippers fans holding protests outside the Staples Center. I don't give a fuck what they call it. They call it Crypto.com Arena. Fuck that. It's always Staples Center to me.
Yeah, they can say that. It's Staples Center to me too. I don't give a damn about that crypto shit.
Yeah,
but
fuck that crypto
I mean, it's like it's not a, people like to say, and this what you know, LB way better. I don't claim it. They be like, oh, the Clipper Laker rivalry. It's a rivalry when the motherfuckers get some it's a rivalry when they get some banners. It's not no damn rivalry. They don't hold no weight. Like, unless you, like, the only, look, and anybody say that Clipper, you're not a Clipper fan. You're the fan of the player that came there. That's really what be going on out here. Sometimes the Clippers will fuck around and luck up. Look, they even had a stint when the Lakers, when we lost Shaq, they had a stint with Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson for a minute when people kind of was liking them, and they changed their jerseys and they were liking the new blue, red, and white and all that shit. And they was liking that little young shit over there because the Lakers was losing. It was exciting. Man, yeah, you can like a player, but you don't like the goddamn Clippers. It's just another reason to go to a game, man, and see some other players come twice.
Right. Some bullshit.
Yeah, like that's what you use the Clipper. That's what I used to use the Clippers for. It's like, damn, man. Hey, Allen Iverson, they finna play the Lakers. Yeah, and they gonna play the Clippers too, nigga. The next night, I'm going both of them. The motherfuckers ain't got no. They don't got Clipper fans. They got Kawhi Leonard fans and Paul George fans and shit. That's what's wearing Clipper jerseys. Those niggas fans. It ain't no Clipper fans like that. And if they are, shit, man, Clipper fan, if you used to look at, you used to look in them motherfucking arenas, it was whitewashed.
Pretty much.
There was no black Clipper fans in there. Those kids like Kawhi. Those kids was just wearing fucking Toronto Raptor jerseys, man, and motherfucking OKC jerseys.
What's up, Will Hunter? Salute to you, bro. Yeah, man. You know, I mean, unless they Billy Crystal or some shit, I don't trust nobody with no goddamn Clipper fan, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving them the side eye look because ain't nobody gonna be running around here talking about, man, I was a lifelong Clippers fan. Get the fuck out of here. So you're
a lifelong loser. Who the fuck like a goddamn loser like that? You just grew. Your daddy was raised you to like a loser too. He woke up, yeah, man. Hey, I love this team. Daddy, why you love this damn team so much? They don't never fucking win. Man, I just love to lose. Like that. I like to see that they got good spirit when they lose. Like, what will make you like this fucking thing? So no, they have favorite fan. Look at all them Lob City motherfuckers. Pew, pound, pew. They was gone. Look, no more Clipper jersey. Pew, pound. Because they liked the Chris Paul. They liked the Blake Griffin. That's what they was on.
Hey, anybody that has a team that their little cheerleaders or whoever throwing t-shirts into the stands and the fans throwing the t-shirts back, bro.
Man, come on, man. They just don't got enough. They just don't got enough history, man. They don't got enough history, enough connection with the city.
You remember that, Trayvon?
Huh?
The year the Clippers they lost like 18 games in a row to start the year, and they had a home game they had like the kids and all the cheerleaders and shit were throwing t-shirts in the crowd, and the crowd threw the t-shirts back.
Man, we don't want this shit.
Yeah, I need something to clean my car with. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like, and if you think of it, right, if you really look at it, LB, I remember just growing up, even before I understood the whole system and how they do it, I knew they wasn't lying on that point. They didn't used to just have athletes. I don't care what sport it was. You was not getting on the Wheatie box if you lost in the first round. Like, no matter if you the best fucking player at the end of the day, you didn't win a championship. They were promoting the champions, not the dude that's just as good as him. Like, you're not going to be up there with him. That dude who keeps getting that motherfucking championship is going to be on more TV things than you. They promote losers, man. Now they promoting losers. Nigga get his ass kicked and he on 10 fucking commercials.
Hey, try this new Subway sandwich.
Yeah, it's for legends and to be great when you're a champion. I'll be like, look at him lying on TV talking about to be a champion. You're not one. How the hell you gonna say that out your mouth?
It ain't about winning no more, man. It's about securing the bag and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the champ. Yeah, that's not like that's proving who the best. Like, boy, I'm out here, and that's the same thing. Yeah, you're right. You know what? And they also did that with rap. Niggas who wasn't lyrical start talking about how much money they be getting more than you. Like, yeah, I don't care if I ain't lyrical. I got whoop-de-whoop. And now it's all about like, yeah, that nigga make more bread than him. He getting money. Like, that's the winner. Nah, man. That's what people talking about. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have dreads and wear tight ass jeans that's sagging and expose all the dookie stains in my boxes and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, hey, who you got going to the Western Conference Finals?
Woo, man, I ain't gonna lie.
It's like, you can make case for.
I got the Clippers. I got the Clippers, and I think. All right, first let me explain because I know there's people who got certain teams doing something. One, I think Denver got a whole lot of chemistry to build back onto going back to championship form or even building to be a championship team. They got to build back all that shit. Michael Porter Jr., Murray, they got to build that chemistry back all together on a cohesive unit. And I think that Memphis is going to take a step back. I think that they're drunk on success from last season, and they got a hangover. They're going to have a hangover in this season. And they're gonna think they're a little bit like on like a real championship team level, as in like we can beat like the shit out of everybody, and it ain't gonna be like that. People adjust and they adapt and they learn what you're about now. So I think they're gonna take a step back. I don't think they're gonna really make no noise to the Western Conference Finals. I think Luka. He's also not going to make it back to the Western Conference Finals, but I think he's going to have a hell of a season. I think he's going to get put out probably in the second round, probably to one of these teams that I'm about to say going to be in the Western Conference Finals, and that's Golden State and the Clippers.
I got Memphis and Golden State.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think y'all talk too much.
Yeah, he definitely talks too much. I think he need to bring that. He need to reel that in a little bit.
I think that energy gonna bring. I think that energy gonna bring bad karma to his team on the court.
Yep. Hey, I got to end this stream because I got some steaks to cook. So
all right, for sure, man. I'm right here, man. Grilling me some damn burgers right now, man, in this in-home grill right here.
I don't blame you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate you for coming on, Trayvon. Feel free to come back on anytime.
For sure, man. You know you my boy. Salute, man. Thanks for having me, man. Anytime.
Yeah, man, salute. And I thank you guys that's in the cosmos out there for watching this video. And when you get done, doing what you do in your daily life, and you happen to catch the replay, hey, I appreciate you for watching the replay too. If you're not subscribing to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share these videos on your social media platforms. Shouts out to the LDBC, Lions Den basketball community. This your man. Scream at me. All right.